Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to FM22 Beta. We are on episode number 10. We are trying to get to the end of the season here, and we were just mid-season. It's just the end of January. We've got a long ways to go. We're halfway through the season, so 1 to 2 episodes to kind of push our way the rest of the way through this one and done season before we get started on our series. Meanwhile, I was doing a vote on what the main series would be, and it's out of 5 options, it's pretty much a 3-way tie. 2 of those, luckily, can be combined and meshed together, and that accounts for well over half the votes. The other one, though, very much cannot mesh together with the other 2. So I might have 2 series going. I think that's going to be the solution for that, or at least get to 2 series in the near future. Anyway, we added 2 more deals before the end of the season. You can see the 4 biggest deals of the transfer window. 3 of them were ours. Nurkovic, Frosler, you saw last episode. I ended up with the money left. We still had $1 million in payroll. We still had close to $1 million in transfer money that we could potentially spend. So we spent half of that and got Magopa to sign for about $250,000, so well within the $1 million that we had to play with in terms of spending. We offloaded a lot more leading up to this, so we had some guys on some pretty big deals, and we were able to get rid of some of those guys that just weren't up to the quality. Now, Magopa at 21 is a future deal. He's more of our 4th or 5th, and now I have 5 good strikers because I brought in 2 during this window and got rid of 1. So that combination put us from 4 guys up to 5. So momentarily things got hairy, but now we're in good shape yet again. Now the fifth deal is this. It's a short-term solution to the team. It's a 34-year-old veteran Finnish central midfielder in Roman Eremenko. He was born in Russia, and he's played all over. He's a journeyman across Europe as a player, but he's a quality player. But at 34, he has definitely slowed down. For us, deep line playmaker instead of roaming playmaker, but he can absolutely fill in instead of Coetzee. Now, I compared him with all my other central midfielders who have the rotation. He is a better attacking option than all of them by a wide margin. He's slower than all of them, meaning I don't want him in the right-sided role. The right-sided role is a lot more of the standard central midfielder, the box-to-box, but if we put him as a deep-lying playmaker, his strong suit on the left side part of the pairing, I think he's going to be more effective than Coetzee, because Coetzee, well, he's defensive-minded first and foremost, but I didn't have a great attacking option. Sereno is somebody with plenty of pace, but isn't terribly well balanced. Surprisingly, though, just yesterday on transfer deadline day, Daruk, our defensive center back, who is the non-passing one, took an injury. Coetzee's going to be filling in for him for a month, and Eremenko is going to be playing that left midfielder role, so that kind of fit in naturally. Then we add in a couple center backs, we add in a fullback, and we've added not only some depth, but I think quality to the team that can phase in and out of the first team and help us with that rotation, help us with this crazy busy schedule that we have. And those players that we eliminated were guys that were very much fringe players that weren't making a strong enough impact. So I think we are a team that is in a better state than we were. But let's see how quickly we can get those players to fit into the rotation, into the system, because the tactic did take the other first squad guys a little while at the beginning of the season to get accustomed to it. Let's see how quickly these guys can pick up and fit in and give us a little added strength as we push into the final phase. Well, second half of the season, realistically. There's more than just a final phase to go. Plenty of action yet to come. And we pick up with a Champions League match following a road comfortable win in the league 3-1 to start our post-break era. So this time we are in Algeria, and just about the furthest you could possibly get away from South Africa in terms of an African map. And so that's potentially going to be a real issue, as we have a real chance. Wow, Shalile gets a ball in there for Kudamela, who blasts it on target, but the keeper makes a decent save. Kudamela could have put it in a better place on that one, but Yeah, we got the quarter kick. Well, anyway, we are without 2 key players, though. Here's the thing. 2 of the guys that we signed, Frosser and, what was his name? The other striker, the older striker. Well, anyway, those 2 guys are, they play for Kaiser Chiefs. Oh, what a shot! Are you kidding me? I thought that was going well wide. It was hooking wide, and it somehow straightened out. Great tackle there to start the counterattack, and then we press up. That was a poor decision by Kakana to press up there instead of mark his man. And Yango should have gotten wider than that. I mean, he didn't even have his arms out. His arms were at his side. How is he going to stop that? But, yeah, that was a very nice goal. I mean, I'll give them that one. Kudamela, Shalile, corner. Gosh, it's so early in this one to already be trailing. Well, anyway, those 2 guys, we got them from Kaiser Chiefs. Kaiser Chiefs are in the competition, and both of them participated in the competition and therefore are ineligible to be registered for us. And therefore, we end up 2 players less on the availability. The good thing about that, as Sereno makes it level here in just the 18th minute. So, wow, good timing on that. We've got ourselves a game. This is on the road, by the way. I mean, we are in Algeria. We traveled a very long ways. Swain, great layoff ball for Sereno, and he just steps into that just a couple yards above the penalty spot and blasts that into the roof of the net. Really nice goal there. And actually, the chances have so far been primarily us. We'll see if that's something that can carry over long term. Anyway, Shalile! Oh! What a missed chance there from Shalile. I thought he had it. I thought he had that. That was already 5 shots, though. And 60% possession. This Algerian side is a real threat, but we are looking good so far. And I spoke too soon. The very next highlight is us making an absolute meal of this throw-in. I mean, we're pressing up high, and this guy just pushes off his man and then gets that separation. I mean, that was a full-on shove. They were near post. He shoves, and then he just runs to far post. It seems like that was some sort of designed play, though I don't know where you get that sort of designed play in this. But anyway, Modiba, Shalile, another chance gone begging. Ermenko already showing some signs of fatigue here, approaching halftime. He does not have a lot of speed or the stamina, so he will not go 90 minutes, but he's going to be solid. He's somebody I would very much love coming in for the last half hour of games or playing for about an hour. He's never going to be a 90-minute kind of guy, so we are going to need some rotation there. Of course, rotation means I want Coetzee, but no Coetzee available. So Kilikazi, I think, is kind of be that guy, or Villakazi, not Kilikazi. Villakazi is going to probably be coming in. I noticed, as he was somebody who was unavailable at the beginning of the season due to one of our billion injuries, we have never, at any point in the entire season, we have never been below first place on the injury chart. We've been there every single day from the start of this playthrough till now. Every single day we have topped the league on the injury table, and often, not the whole time, but often been more than double second place in the league. Halftime, trailing 2-1. We do not need to win here. We're on the road at a top Algerian side, but we very much need to come with a draw. They have 2 goals. We have the XG. We should be... Oh gosh, their XG is 0.28, and they've got 2 goals. 13 attempts, but only 5 on target. 59% possession. We are creating tons of chances. Second half underway. Ermenko will only make it to about the hour mark. That's the first sub potentially on the way. Sereno on a yellow. Could be somebody that sees his way off, but I think we're going to have to risk the red card with him because A, he's played well. B, he has the energy. And to make matters worse, our next match in just a few days is against the league leaders. Okay, they want Nabedi on for Zwain, and he is pretty tired. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's also go positive because we need a goal. Holy cow, look at the time. Eremenko needs a sub. Oh my goodness, the time. What is going on? We've had like one highlight to start the half, and it's already the 85th minute, and it's still not even... It still didn't make the changes. I made those changes forever ago, and it did not do the changes. 65 minutes I tried to make changes. 23 minutes later, it's finally done them. 23 minutes later. And now we're totally out of time. We're into the final stages of this one. And we're going to have to be very high tempo. We're about working the ball. Set pieces could be a good thing. No, Eremenko's out. Eremenko has taken over as our main free kick guy. All right, here we go. Labusa finds Nabeni. Nabeni. We have one sub left, but I'm afraid of the time as we just kind of flew right through. Here's Serino. There's Shalile. He turns. Poor shot. Blasts it high. We're almost out of time. We need... Finds Nabeni. Nabeni. Inside. Oh, Shalile not in the right position. That was the right ball to the right place, but we didn't have anyone there. Keeper grabs that one, and we've got 10 seconds. This is going to just about do it. We might get one last chance here. And we give it away. We give it away. That's going to do it. That is going to do it. The positional change has happened, but it's only happened probably in the last 30 seconds or so. And we come out losing, even though the XG is all us, the shots were all us, the possession was all us. Ouch. Ouch, that hurts. Now, we knew the Algerian side was going to give us trouble. We knew that two of these squads were going to give us trouble. But it really hurts when you outplay your opponent and still come out the loser. Big news, folks. The takeover, it's done. We have a new manager, but unfortunately, there is no new money coming in. It's completely unchanged. So our status is identical to what it was before. We'll see if anything else happens in the short term. After beating our rivals in the league, we have taken over the top spot. It was a 3-1 win, so that was good. Now we go into the next Champions League match, and this is essentially a must win for us, or at least a must not lose. But being that we are at home, we very much need 3 points against the Tunisian side here. Now we go close on that first attempt here in the 7th minute. So we are at home. This is the Tunisian leader. Again, this is tough. This is a really tough matchup, but we've got a chance. We've certainly got a chance. Remember, it's the other team in the league that everybody's going to beat up on, and you figure everyone's going to grab 6 points against them. Zwain. Oh, that was pretty close. Early on, we're looking good. That was 9th minute. We are creating plenty of chances. Vilakazi. By the way, Vilakazi is in. That's my only change in the side. Vilakazi is in because Eremenko just does not have the stamina to go week in, week out. This is already our 4th match in 2 weeks, and Eremenko needs some rest, so we're going to pull him off bench. Serino created a chance there, forcing the turnover. 5 shots already in 14 minutes. Based on that, you'd think we've got a real chance, but here they are with a corner kick just a couple minutes later, and we've been weak on corners. And again, I feel like this is a bug. That ball goes near post. Your player near post should be clearing that off the line 9 times out of 10. And he faces the wrong direction. He's got his back to it, and it looks like he's blocking the goalkeeper when he should be easily heading that ball off the line there, or chesting that ball off the line. And he does not do so. That is a bug. They need to fix that before release. That is definitely one of the issues that I have seen more than once, and now we trail. Whoa, that one off the underside of the crossbar. Kudamela. Nice turn there. By the way, Kudamela is having to play for 2 reasons. A, we have that player who is uneligible for these matches, but then also Safranco is injured, which does mean Mekopa has a chance to come in and get his debut in this match as as far as Kudamela goes, he could see his way in. Vilakazi looking a little tired. If Vilakazi does not fare too well, then obviously we have a solution anyway with that one. Eramenko will probably... Ooh, off the line. Wow, that ball was 3/4 of the way across that line. The keeper just keeps that in. Almost halftime, and yet we trail, and we've dominated literally all but a single moment, and if not for a bug, it would at least be 0-0, but here we are in trouble. Jali really struggling. He's upset. Onyango, Kakana, all struggling with morale. Labusa, Kotsi struggling with fitness approaching halftime. They'll get a little recovery, but there's a clear chance. And that header should have been a bit better than it was. Halftime, still trailing. All us. Here we are yet again. Shots did end up going 6-6 though. So they definitely evened it out after a dominant start. In fact, the last 20-25 minutes, we ended up with that's half an hour really. After a quick start to the match, 15 minutes, they probably adjusted tactics and then got into the match and really outplayed us there. So I'm going to go more attacking here in the second half. After the initial play, anyway. Giving him way too much space there in the corner, but Labusa, after a clearance to him, makes the comfortable play the other way. Here's a giveaway. That was a really poor giveaway, as Kotsi kind of messed up on that one. The attacking is locked in. Vilakazi. Okay, let's go ahead and make that first change. Bring on Eramenko, our strong playmaker. See what he can do. Zwain is not going to last long, but he is having a good match. I don't want to take him off just yet. Nobeni, or we have different options. It might not need to be Nobeni. Nobeni hasn't done much lately. There's a nice turnover. Zwain, big part of that play. That's one reason why I don't want to bring him off. He's definitely one of our stronger contributors. Kotsi, Kakana in some space. Finds Shalile. Nice ball there. Lays it off for Modiba. That's blocked. They're going to push that out, trying to go for the throw in, but we keep it in. What is going on with this team? Yellow card for Jali. And struggling, but he's on a 7.0. For him, that's a good rating. I'm afraid to take him off. Oh, Mavala's not on the bench. Do we want to bring on Kakana? Do we want to go more attacking? We need a goal. Let's go more attacking. Tactics. Let's go up into the attacking position, and let's go with, yes, we'll put them on attack. Jelly is decent at that, but I want to bring on, maybe we bring on Mekopa, see how he does. Not to that position. We'll drop Kudamela down there. Yes, okay, I like it. Bring on the third attacker. 85th minute though, and we've only had 2 shot attempts in the second half. Mekopa on the pitch. There's that first touch. Ball in, but it was cleared out. Labusa gets there, keeps it in. Lackey, that cross, out for a corner. Sorino takes it. Doesn't beat the first man, but it very nearly did. Labusa, Eramenko, Kotsi. In ball into Lackey. We're in a good position. Ripped down in the box. He's looking for the penalty clearly, and the referee does not give it. Especially when you got a guy on a yellow card, he's more reluctant. We clear it, but it doesn't make it out of the box. We just kind of got a piece of that, deflected it, was all. And they're still in possession, wasting time now. 90th minute already. Ball goes to no one. Finally drifts out of bounds. Nobody was chasing that down. Already, final minute. You got to be kidding me. We are going to lose. We are going to lose again. We do. And I think our Champions League dreams are probably just about over. We literally have to win every other match the rest of the way to get out of the group. 2 shots in the second half. That's all. The XG that we had ended after 15 minutes, almost. All of that came in the first 15 minutes. We really shut them down in the second half. They did about what we did, just barely anything. A very quiet second half. It just flew by. And a bug ended up the only goal. A draw would not have been that bad of a result. A draw would have been something. It would have given us a real chance to move out of the group stage. I feel like our dreams are gone. Remember, that goal came from a glitch in the Matrix. Guy on the post, easy clearance, and he ends up just drifting off the line and walking right past the ball. Walks right past it. Makes no attempt to play it. Just walks right past it. That is an easy clearance. Believe me, I'm a defender. I play the post fairly often on free kicks. I've cleared many a ball off the line. That was an easy clearance. Easy. We have been busy. We are into March now, and we start with updates on transfer activity. Yes, transfer activity in March. Well, here's the thing. We have expiring contracts with a bunch of guys we could not cash in on necessarily. They didn't really have much value. We might have been able to get small chunks of change from them if I had really focused and taken my time with this playthrough and not just been a quick beta series. So we got a bunch of expiring contracts on guys that just weren't worth hanging on to, that were just wasting space. So many players have signed deals with other teams for next year. But we have two important deals that I've made sure both of those deals are going to go through in a certain way. The certain way being they stay with us till the end of the season. Being that I'm only playing the one season, it's not a big deal. If the club were to continue on, there's future importance to the club, and that is we have up to 2.3 million in transfer revenue coming in for Modiba and Shalile, leaving at the end of the season. One heading to Portland, Modiba going to the Portland Timbers, my hometown club, and the other staying in the competitive region that we are up against. Now, technically, we just in January signed replacements on both of these players, and so I'm not too worried about losing either of them realistically. In a club of our size, 2.5 million goes a long way to A, paying bills, and B, giving us transfer revenue to continue going after other players, young, quality, talented players in reshaping the squad. So even though Shalile has been huge for us this season, he really hasn't scored much of late. He just started really well at the beginning of the year, but he has struggled for the last couple months now. Well, really, even before the winter break, so all the way back into December, he was struggling. Update on the competition side of things. We are 4 matches into the second half of the year. All 4 have gone down as wins. We're now plus 25 in the goal differential, which is giving us a dozen goals over our 2 chasing competitors. 4-point advantage now over Supersport United, who we beat head-to-head recently. We have not played Kaiser or Amazulu recently, but we have played Cape Town. We have played Royal, some other teams, and not just the bottom of the league. So that has been a good stretch, and a lot of those have, I think 3 of those 4 were road games. That favors well towards the later stretch with a dozen games to go in the season now. Meanwhile, in the Champions League, that club that we don't need much to beat, well, it was a pummeling. We beat them 11-0. 11. Ermenko had 2 goals and 4 assists as that creative force. He made a lot of plays that just devastated them. Anyway, that not only gave us our first 3 points, but at the same time, the Tunisian side won the head-to-head against the other 2. As long as they go on and win the second one as well, we then really only need to win 1 of our remaining games against those 2. 3 points against those 2 will take care of it. Of course, we can count on, again, beating this other squad, but we can count on the Algerian side beating them as well. So they will end up with 9 points, theoretically. We obviously can't lose to them, but if we beat them in the head-to-head, because that's the first tiebreaker, we don't have to beat the Tunisian side. We beat them head-to-head and draw against the Tunisian side, we're fine anyway, but we'll have the tiebreaker. We're plus 7 goal differential comparatively right now. That's helpful. They only have plus 2, so they beat that side, but they didn't beat them by much. And I think we are definitely back in with a chance here. But if those 2 split, could be scary. Could be scary on how things end up going down the stretch for us. I mean, we could still easily be first, second, or third in the group. All right, back into the Champions League, and we start round 2. So this is the Algerian side for the second time, and this is the one that lost to the Tunisian side. So they're 3 points ahead of us. Those 3 points coming from that victory over us as we have a real chance here. Coetzee, did not take advantage of that. Magopa getting the start today. And we're looking very strong in the early minutes. This is a must-win for us. Absolute must-win. Again, if we do win this one, we will be level with them on points, but we will have a goal differential advantage. The head-to-head will be level with a win each, so we will be in that position we need to be in going forward. Meaning as long as they don't surprise the Tunisian side, we would at least be through with second place. Nice ball through to Shalile if he's onside. No flag goes up, and he gets the shot off, but he runs himself right out of an angle and gives the keeper a chance at a pretty easy stop. So what we have today is Daruk is back from his injury. He's back in the side. That last little stretch that we showed as Shalile again through, and again no flag. That's out for a corner. Keeper, the only thing keeping them in this here in the first half hour. That one would have been a goal, but the keeper tips it away. Oh, Sereno, that's going to be a card for sure. And amazingly, it's not. He had defense, so that's why it's not an automatic goal scoring chance. No straight red or anything like that. But, yeah, I was surprised he got away with just a common foul. Shalile loses that one, but Zwain there to pick up the pieces. Gets the cross in. Shalile, almost up over the keeper, but he reaches up and grabs it. We are all over them. Eramenko, that was so close to being in the top corner. Great free kick, but again, the keeper having a monster day. This looks like FM of old, where you suddenly have some fifth-tier goalkeeper make a billion stops. And again, what a save! Are you kidding me? This guy has got to have a 9.9 rating right now. This is insane. This does look like FM of old, where you have opposition goalkeepers make a billion saves, and you lose 1-0, even though it's like 30-1 on the shots, and you get like 25 shots on target, and the keeper makes 25 saves. That's what this is looking like right now. It's almost halftime, and no breakthrough. It's been all us, and yet we have been unable to break that goalkeeper down. That was their first attempt of the day. Free kick, Zwain. I thought Shalile got on the end of it. Was he held? No, he was offside. He didn't even win the ball. I'm not sure how he was offside there, but okay. Labusa, I thought he had Modiba in space, but he didn't take it. He played it back. Swain gets that ball in. Shalile couldn't get on the end of it. Jali tracks back, gets the ball, resets. Not playing the ball forward very well at the moment. Should we go more attacking? Sereno! We are all over them. 16-1. 16-1. A goal and a half should have been by now. 10 shots on target. 10 on target. The keeper has made 10 saves. He has been phenomenal. And probably, 6 of those have been phenomenal saves. They've been world-class saves. Are we looking at an old version of Football Manager today? It feels like we are. They really, really worked on the goalkeeping, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was, to improve that. This is looking like that Football Manager of old, where you absolutely pummel a team and yet cannot get a goal. And then they'll hit you on the counter-attack one time, out of nowhere, against the flow, and score. They've had one attempt so far. That's their only XG. Second half underway. Eramenko, a bit tired. Zwain, a bit tired. Coetzee, a little bit tired. He's coming back. Back to the outside. Daruk, back from the injury, moves back into his natural position. Coetzee taking over for Kakana. And not sure what that was all about. That was a free kick that went almost into the goal, and the keeper actually ended up diving, making a save. Shalile, outside of the box, lays it off for Zwain, but it's picked off. We reset with Coetzee. We find Modiba. Kind of like having Coetzee in the wide center back role there, playing into the offense, because that's giving that good contribution that he can provide, but he's not quite as good as Eramenko, but he was very much better than Kakana, so yeah, kind of happy to have him there. Labusa, Eramenko. Lay it off for Modiba. Magopa. Oh, I've got Magopa playing. Magopa's struggling. Let's bring on Kudamela. bring on Kudamela because he has not done anything. There's one change. 57th minute. In fact, that was the only poor rating we had. And there's already a great ball for Shalile. And he cannot find the goal. What the F is going on here? Zwain is tired. Let's go ahead and bring on Nabeni. Shalile. Finally the breakthrough. The other opposition is furious. Goal awarded. He is onside. From here, he looks well onside. He times that one perfectly. Volleys straight, right off the laces, just inside the post. No curve at all. Oh, yeah, that's actually a good half a step. Yes, continue on. Hour mark. And finally, after 20 attempts, just our 11th on target. That was our first on target of the half. Okay, Coetzee is pretty tired. Maybe we do want to bring Kakana on. We know he's quality. Nobeni heads it over. Eremenko might not make it the full way. We only have one sub left, so let's hang on for now. 80th minute. Eremenko is not the most defensive guy. Let's bring in Vilakazi. Stoppage time, 15 seconds. And there it is, finally. This was 100%, without a doubt, one of those old Football Manager appearances where you have XG up the yin-yang, you have a million attempts on goal, and the keeper makes world-class save after world-class save after world-class save. We did finally have the breakthrough. They only had one shot attempt that entire game, so if we had not come away with 3 points, that would have been so disappointing. But we do come away with 3 points, and that puts us in the driver's seat for the second, or still potentially the first, qualification spot out of this round of the Champions League. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.